Hello everyone and welcome back to my vlog. Today is Friday and it is just feels so good. It was a big week at work, so I am finally home and relaxing. Yeah, and it feels good, and I wanted to just have some fun and do things that really fill me up, and I think that that's so important to do. And one of those things is flower arranging, just creating things, and that's the things that I love and I think it's so important to do. So that's what I'm gonna be doing this evening, and I'm gonna show you all kind of what I'm doing. I'm in my cozy white little robe thingy, and I purchased some flowers, so I'll show you kind of. I've got quite a few bunches of them. I've got some white roses back here, I have some greenery, I have some Queen Anne's lace, and what are those called? Chrysanthemums? I forget what they're called. But I think it'll be really fun to kind of just build an arrangement. You can see the sun is kind of setting. I don't know if you can see it out here or not. And Tyler's out there playing with Dirk, throwing him a stick. Where did he go? All right, so while they are doing that, this is just gonna be like a chill evening for me, doing something fun and making something beautiful to have for the rest of the week and the weekend. So here we go. Okay, look at these beauties. Love it. There's Tyler and Dirkie. I tried to look for Dirk and I think he had run away from you.
Huh?
I guess he had ran away.
He was.
Is he running after the stick?
Yeah.
All right, so I don't have like chicken wire or a frog or anything to kind of put down inside of the pot to be able to hold it all up, since it's quite a lot of plants. But I do have this twine, so I got that, and then I got some tape. And I know you can get like floral tape where you just kind of crisscross it on the top, and that kind of helps. So I'm gonna kind of mimic the same thing and try that, but with this like, just with twine. So we'll see how this goes. I don't know. Also, these are like the most handy tool to have for gardening. They're just like little lopper like things. I don't know what they're really called. They're so handy. Okay. I'm gonna try to like tape it on either side a little bit off the rim. Well, that was good. I wonder if I should just use regular tape, like bigger ones, I don't know. Is this not the same concept? Okay, we're gonna try that. That's actually a lot easier, so maybe that'll work. But I did forget to fill it with some warm water and flower preservative, so I'm gonna do that just like with my flower pot real quick. Well, I just got it all over the table. This is a mess.
Do you ever feel you don't get out what you're putting in? All your hopes and efforts are all in vain. You up when you've lost everything. Does it all become for granted with a wedding ring?
I got to this point, and then this is kind of like the back side, but you can see there's quite a bit of a hold there, and I just don't have enough flowers to fill this big of a pot. So even though I've been working on this for quite a while, I think I'm going to switch to this pitcher because it's just a little bit more narrow, and I think I can make it look more full. Take 2.
Ooh, happiness requires work every day. Oh, and if that someone makes you smile and leaves you with a scar, don't let them tell you what you feel or who you are. Oh, there must be more. There must be another way. There must be conscious, different things in different ways. There must be love. There must be a reason, and a little bit of faith has got to come my way. I gave it all to you for too There must be more. There must be another way. There must be conscious, different things in different ways. There must be more to the reason why we do it all for love. There must be more for a reason, and a little bit of faith has got to come my way. Has got to come my way.
This looks so much better. Alright guys, I think this looks so much better in this vase. So much more full. Try to turn it to where you can see it real good. I think it turned out so pretty. I love it in this little vase. I think it kind of goes with the theme over here on this buffet and adds to the little plant collection. Alright guys, so I thought that I would kind of answer a few questions that I've gotten on my last video. Question. Since you're Catholic, do you not agree with the church's teachings on IVF? I've talked about this a little bit before, I think in another video, but if you're not aware, I am Catholic, and the Catholic Church does not agree with IVF. And from what I have kind of read and understood is that they don't believe in that because they believe that a child should be made through regular conception, because they consider that the act of love. But the church does say that any child conceived through IVF is obviously recognized and loved, and it's not the child, it's just the fact that that the church does not believe that the couple should go about conception that way. Many of you all might know I was conceived through IVF. My sister and I are twins, and I just truly believe that had we not been IVF babies, we would not be here today. My mom had secondary infertility. She had many treatments done and was not able to conceive until she did IVF. I just have a hard time with that teaching. I really don't think that that is what God would see. Knowing what it's like to go through infertility and to try to conceive for so long, and to have an actual diagnosis of a disease of endometriosis, and to know that that is why I'm struggling, I think that God knows that Tyler and I love each other so much, and that the reason why we want to have a child is because we do love each other so much and we want a family. And I don't think that because we do IVF, that just because it's not through natural conception, does that mean that it wasn't made out of love. I just don't personally believe that. So I understand where the church is coming from, but I've also been through this journey, and I actually know what it's like and how much love we have for each other as a couple, and for our marriage, and for having a family, and being able to conceive. I am definitely open to adoption. It's something that I feel like will happen at some point in our life. I don't know that that time is right now. I have another, oh, there's a bunch of replies on this one. Okay, so it's a lot of people talking about being Catholic and doing IVF. See, I think that these are really healthy conversations, and I'm very happy to see that here in our community and on our channel, and that it really isn't somebody, people attacking each other, but instead having a real conversation. And I'm so grateful to you all for that. I think, we're able to pray, and we're able to, lean on God to guide us. And I do think that a lot of people struggle with the ethics of it. And what I'm talking about is basically having these embryos, and then what do you do with those embryos? Do you just destroy them? Do you donate them? That is the ethics piece. And I do agree with that. Tyler and I have talked, and we both agree that if IVF was something that we end up doing, then any embryo that we have, we will commit to giving every single embryo a chance at life. So if we do move forward with IVF, that is a huge factor that we have to consider and be prepared for, because what if I had 10 viable embryos, and I would have to be committed to giving all 10 of those embryos a chance at life. So that is just kind of my thoughts on that. I'll leave it at that. You can agree, disagree, I respect everyone's decision on that. Another person said in Canada, they weren't processed with the IVF. Oh, they won't proceed with IVF if you don't do the surgery first, as this might be the main reason you can't conceive. Best of luck. I know that your perseverance and love for it will make it work soon. So I saw a lot of comments on previous videos before the last one about, just being aware. Some people were saying you might not be able to, be able to conceive through IVF if you have endometriosis unless you have the surgery. And so I did talk to my doctor about that. I think there were two main questions that I asked. One was, if I don't do the surgery, will that prohibit me from conceiving through IVF? And he said not necessarily. He said that we are able to take a lot of measures, and that most of the time he will have, if someone has unexplained infertility anyways and is wanting to go the IVF route, he will have them do that receptiva test to know if the uterus could be inflamed with endometriosis. And so that way they can use certain medications that can help settle that at certain points within the IVF cycle. So I don't know all the specifics on IVF, the protocols. I don't know that much more detail about that yet, because we haven't really even delved into that yet. But that is what he told me. The second question I asked, and I had seen this on a different video, somebody commented that said, you know, you don't want to leave endometriosis in you because it could cause other problems. And I did ask him about that as well. I said, well, if I don't have this surgery, you know, is leaving the endometriosis going to cause me other health issues? And he said no, that really the only other reason why you would take that out is if you are having pain or other types of symptoms, and that taking that out for that would really help treat those and make you live, you know, a better life from that. So for me, I don't have any symptoms or anything that I really feel like would benefit me from doing that surgery from a symptom perspective. I love this comment, and it's not a question, but I just want to read it because this is just so sweet. And honestly, most of the time, most of the comments are so sweet, and I just thank you all so much because it helps me get through this. It makes me feel like I have a community, and it makes me want to film these videos and kind of just connect with you all through this. And Marin said, I'm sorry you have to make these decisions. This is hard stuff. God is using our infertility to refine us and renew our inner man. 2 Corinthians 4:16. He uses our conscience to guide our decisions according to his will, as long as we keep submitting our burdens before him in prayer. Not only does he love us through these times, but he has gone before us in all things. He has paved the way. We do not need to be afraid of what's to come because he already sits victorious on the throne, praying for you in your decision making. I absolutely love that comment. Thank you so much for sharing that. That is so positive and uplifting and such a great reminder. I had someone ask, on a side note, can you please mention what types of plants you have and care? Do they need a lot of watering and sunlight? I love your plants and need some in my home. So I think those are pretty much the main questions that I had. So though I will end this video with this plant. So one of them is a succulent. The one on the left that's spiky is a succulent, and I actually don't know the name of that one. Succulents are very easy to care for. They don't need a lot of water. But my cat always, Zoe, she always gets into them, and I can tell she's already chewing on that one. So I'm hoping to keep her away from it, and hopefully she doesn't kill it. So, but succulents are super easy to care for. The middle one is the one that I got when I went to my last appointment, and it's some sort of button fern, so it's a fern variety. It's super easy as well. It just, you know, just keeps the soil pretty moist. It's thriving right now. I'm just hoping to keep it that way. And then the one on the right is called a peperonia plant, which is quite interesting. My mom has like a big one, and so she kind of separated that from it and was able to create a new plant from it because hers was getting so big. I also kind of think that my cat is chewing on that one as well, so I'm hoping that Zoe doesn't kill it. But so far so good. And yeah, I really love having plants around the house. I think it just brings life to the house, and it's pretty. And yeah, so thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope that you all enjoyed this video. Thank you all for, you know, just being respectful and having great conversations in the comments. And yeah, I really appreciate you all. I appreciate this community, and I'm just so grateful for you all, and I just can't thank you all so much. So I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.